And now, a thought from Mann. Disney, you're just starting to give up now, aren't you? Like, some of the shows you've been coming out with are kinda with the exception of Milo Murphy's Law. A lot of the shows you're coming out with are just mediocre. I mean, Right Now Kapow, that's just There's nothing really great about it. It can be a little funny, but there's really nothing that spectacular about it. There's nothing that says, you need to watch this show. It's just there.
I've heard this story. Tell something else.
The show is created by these two people named Justin Becker and Marley Halpern Grazer. And they mainly worked on the show Mad, the animated series. And that was just a series of sketch comedies based on pop culture and whatnot. Here, it's still a sketch comedy, but it's just kind of just comedy. That's all it is. Just comedy for the sake of comedy. Some of the sketches kind of get a good laugh, I can admit that, but most of the time I'm just kind of sitting there stone-faced. They're not that funny. A few of them can be, but that's really it. Just a small percentage is kind of funny. It's not really cleverly written or that funny. Every so often you get a good laugh from one particular sketch, but the majority of the sketches are just The show's characters are kind of weird. They have these weird shaped heads that are shaped like lollipops, diamonds, ice cream, the moon. It's just kind of odd because technically they don't have names since it's a sketch comedy show. I mean, I guess you could call them based off of what their head is shaped like. So yeah, the character with the lollipop head, that's lollipop. The one with the diamond head, that's diamond. The one with the moon head is moon, and so on and so forth. But I guess that's just kind of odd. For the most part, they're not annoying. When they're in the sketches, they're kind of funny. They play different people, obviously. They're like Saturday Night Live players and whatnot. And that's just kind of how the show works. The characters are there to serve the plot of a certain sketch. And that's all they really do. There's really nothing much else to them, and they do it pretty well.
It worked. I passed on the curse. I'm not a werewolf anymore. Oh, happy day. Oh, I tell you can't do that. No bite backs.
You never said that.
The animation can be kind of grating, and that's just kind of the sad thing about it with Disney. A lot of the new shows they're putting on are just kind of weak in terms of animation. I mean, the shows like Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Force of Evil, Pen Zero, those all have pretty good animation. And then you get stuff like Future Worm and this, and you're just like, what gives, Disney? Why are you going for more mediocre stuff? Stuff that's slightly passable, but nothing really special, nothing that really makes this stand out. Why settle? And that's just kind of the sad thing about it. It's like, Disney, you just feel like you're settling at this point. And I don't feel like you should be. You should be trying to push for good quality animation. It's just kind of disappointing.
Oh no.
The weird thing about this show is it's a product of a partnership between Warner Brothers and Disney, where basically Warner Brothers does the animation and Disney distributes this. It's kind of odd. I guess that's kind of why the animation is a little But even then, it's like, this is Warner Brothers. They can put out good quality animation too, so Disney shouldn't be settling. It should still look good. This is just maybe passable, but most likely grating to a lot of people. I don't know why settle for this type of style. Like, push for more. You don't need to settle. The humor for the most part is harmless. It's not really raunchy, but for fuck's sake, it is Disney. But it's nothing really special. It's pretty clean, I'll give it that, but there's really nothing to this. It's just kinda, hey, we have a comedy show, watch it. I just feel like, come on, Disney, kinda up the ante here. Like, what is this? It's not terrible, but at the same time, it's like, you're Disney. We know you can put out good quality products, but why are you just settling down? It makes no sense.
And now, Sophie Sanders in the Human Interest Chopper brings us a fun story about the local zoo's newest resident, the world's tallest giraffe! Sophie!
Something really bad happened.
So all in all, this is an okay show. It's nothing terrible, but it's nothing really special. There's nothing that says, you need to watch this. It's not really that funny. Some of the sketches can get a good laugh, but for the most part, you'll probably sit there stone-faced like, hey, yeah, hey, that, whatever. That happened. But a lot of the time, that's just not good if this is what Disney is settling for. In terms of the animation, it's like, what's happening, Disney? Like, you're pushing out these low-quality animated products now. Future Worm, while I kinda enjoy that show, the animation's not that great. Pickle and fucking Peanut definitely ain't that good. And now this? It's like, what's going on? Like, why are we cutting corners now? A lot of other channels are kicking your ass. Nickelodeon's making its comeback, to be honest, and you guys are starting to fall behind. So I just hope we get out of this circle of mediocrity. It just doesn't need to be a thing, especially coming from Disney. Come on, Disney, like, start pushing out some good quality products here. This isn't you. But that's just a thought.